Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Zatara or the Zatara story in Action Comics number 3. So this is another weird comic. I never read it, but from what I've seen, apparently Zatara gets a prostitute in this. Which is really weird, but anyway, Zatara, the Master Magician and Death from the Air by Fred Gardenier. Zatara, I'm glad to welcome you. We're faced with some desperate criminals. Have you read of these deaths from the air? Only slightly. These men shoot their victims down from airplanes, don't they? Yes, and they always pick out wealthy men. These criminals shot down Old Man Wilson, our most noted banker, yesterday. Old Man Wilson. It is a novel way to kill, but effective, for it leaves no clues. I shall be glad to help. I am at it says Al, at the Hotel Helier. In a distant corner of the city, the desk from the air strikes again. The police commissioner desk announcer broadcasts a grim report. Death from the air is struck again at Gordon Square. Police cars proceeding rapidly. This needs instant action. Pardon me. Zatara projects himself to the scene of the crime. This is something more than ordinary murder. They're after something valuable. My old friend, the Tigress. Yeah, so Tigress was in issue number 1. Again, this was the character in Young Justice and Artemis's mother. But the Tigress, I believe it wise to follow her. Zatara's spirit follows the Tigress to a law office. She feels an alien presence but sees no one. Something around here is giving me the creeps. It's a law office. Inside the office, I didn't see anybody, but I feel like I was trailed. Have you got the will? Very well done, my dear. It took some planning. A locked door cannot bar the spirit of Zatara. So our murdered man is Daniel Fellon, the broker, and he has left the Tigress a pretty fortune. Hide that will. Feel someone else is in the room. Yeah, if you feel someone else. Yeah, you just shout if you feel someone else in the room. That's the best thing to do. You're batty. No, she isn't. My compliments, Tigress. Zatara reappears to the police commissioner. Tigress is in on this. She persuaded Fallon to leave her a slice of money, and her cronies killed him. I'll arrest her at once. On what evidence? Being a legatee in a will is no proof you murdered a man. Let me have a free hand in this. Well, she has a warrant for arrest in the first issue, probably because she hijacked trains. So I mean, you already have enough if you can find her. But anyway, very well. What a detective you make, being able to pass through locked doors. Yeah, come on, Tong. We have work to do. Tong, you'll have to learn to drive an airplane. Me don't know how, master. Zatara and Tong arrive at the airport. I want you to teach my servant to fly a plane. You've got to have your own plane, mister. I'll see what I can do. So this is where when Zatara hires a hooker, apparently, goes to a hooker, a trim fighting plane appears before the 3 men. Me like guns. Say, you're pretty nifty, sir. There's your plane. Teach Tong to fly it. On his return to the city, Zatara pauses as an idea occurs to him. This may be the place. Female escort company. References required. Yeah, I'm pretty sure prostitution was illegal. I don't think that's how it worked. You want an escort to go dancing with you. Have you any references? The police commissioner, madam. Yes, commissioner, I'm hot on our trail. I expect to find something tonight. Have you any Okay, so this is like some sort of undercover. Okay, that doesn't make any sense anyway. Whatever. Later that evening, there is my tigress with the next victim. A hypnotic stare gleams in Zatara's eyes. I do not think I need you anymore, young lady. Go home to bed. Okay. And his dancing partner finds herself home in bed. Oh, why, I shall be glad to put you in my will, my dear. I shall see my lawyer the first thing in the morning. You darling. Zatara is up early the next day. He should be along soon. Smith and Jones, lawyer. The tigress partner of the night before steps out. Listen, the death from the air is waiting. I think we'll have some fun. At a gesture from Zatara, the man becomes double, and his other self starts to cross the street. Am I me or am I him? Spitting a laden hail of death, the plane swoops down upon its prey. Got him. You see what has happened to your double. Change your will back at once and stay at home for a while. Never see the lady you were with last night again. That afternoon, at the police commissioner's. Great work, Zatara. Look at this. Daily paper, woman behind death from air. Beautiful adventurous lures men into making will, then has them shot down. That stops any more deaths. Now for the murderers. In another corner of town, Zatara, I should have known. I'm ruined unless we can get this magician. Leave that to me. It will be a pleasure. And later in Zatara's hotel room, those two men are still standing or outside, Tong. Want me to go punch them, master? I'm afraid that won't help much, and the police might only spoil matters, so... The magician gestures and Tong becomes a bird. Nobody will suspect a pigeon, Tong. Get to the plane and meet me at the flying field. Peep. There it is. Or there he is. My friends are still waiting. This will be delicate. Zatara's eyes flare hypnotically, and the two men who are waiting are suddenly surrounded by a high wall. Hey, what the help? Let us out, help. Good day, gentlemen. Fearing the air death, Zatara becomes invisible to human eyes. Now to get to the airport. All aboard for the airport. I should pay my way, but I'd be embarrassed. Seated on top of the bus, the magician speeds to the airport. Think I'll go inside if there's an empty seat. At the airport, Master late, I think I go back for him. Don't bother going back. Can you fly this plane? Master, me not sure. Me not enough sold hours. Or solo hours. Look at me, Tong. You have flown a plane 10 years. You know how to handle it perfectly. Under Zatara's spell, Tong becomes an ace. We should find their hideout somewhere in the hills here. While in the nearby hills, a member of Tigress's band hears the drone from Zatara's motor. I tell you, I'm sure it's Zatara. Who else would be out in the hills this time of day? This guy looks really weird. His chin is all messed up. Tell Bill and Mike to hop up in the plane and give him the machine. Guns shoot to kill. The Tigress's henchmen soon approached Zatara's plane, intent on shooting it down. Okay, Bill, let's turn the heat on that magician. Tong, fly as close to them as you possibly can. As the planes approach, Zatara stands erect and gestures. Inapira inokubi igali ot et sayed phonem. So, airplane, succumb el I to the eyes of man. Okay, I don't even know anyway. Oh, he becomes an eagles. Okay, eagle. An eagle appears in the place of the enemy airplane. That gives me enough time to locate their hideaway, Tong. They came from the east. So those two men are basically dead now. So Zatara has killed two guys. After an hour's search, Zatara finds a lonely cabin. Well, here we are, and not a bad landing field. So this is the home of the death from the air. Well, in the cabin. This'll make buzzard bait out of you, Zatara. Tong sees the man aiming his rifle. Master, master! Zatara whirls and gestures. You agami you is a nanak. You imagine you see a cannon? Hypnotized, the man stares at the business end of a cannon. Fire and I'll blow you in the cabin to bits. Not me, Mr. Cannon. I quit now. I don't fight against artillery. I don't know what to do with you. Me bang him with fists, master. A rock appears in the place of the man. I think this will hold him, Tong. I want you to summon the police, Tong. You'd better be a homing pigeon, so you'll come back. See you in a little while, master. Out on the mountain road, the tigress heads for the cabin accompanied by her lawyer and a gunman. Zatara is done for, I tell you. They went up after him in a plane. I'm not so sure. He's a slick article. I'm going in the back way. I'm taking no chances. Zatara searches inside the cabin. Ah, this is what I want. This is the evidence I need to send them all to the chair for the murder letters, receipts, orders. They must have felt pretty safe to leave all this hiding about. Again, she has a warrant. She was robbing trains, so I don't know. In number 1, so I don't know what this is. But anyway, the lawyer approaches the cabin. Zatara, just as I thought. I'll see what a lead slug does to him. Zatara feels hostilize upon him. The magician suddenly projects his image as to appear beside his would-be assassin. Pardon me if I intrude, sir, if I intrude. What the? Get him! Get Zatara! The tigress and her gunmen arrive and blaze away at Zatara. Your greeting is really too cordial. Permit me to introduce the true Zatara, of whom I am merely the thought-projected image. The game is up. I'll ditch these mugs. The crafty tigress starts away and enters Zatara's plane. Now to get this thing started. My old friend has escaped me again. However, we shall sit here and wait for the police. Why can't he just turn the plane into something? Anyway, it's pretty stupid. Anyway, I'm going to blow your head off. Oh no. Zatara avails himself of one final trick. Handcuffs on your wrists are much safer than guns in your hands. As I said before, we shall make ourselves comfortable and wait for the police. The end. So yeah, that's the end of that story. I know it's not as weird as some of the other Zatara stories I've read, but there's still some weird stuff in it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that would be appreciated. If you want me to read a specific comic, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later.